Yeah, good. Let's start with the result, meaning we are qualified for the next round. A bit too casual in the first half. I'm referring to the chance from Lebogang Manyama. I'm referring to the chance from Samia. This type of chances against the team, what's fully understandable, going all out on 100% level to defend and wait probably for a mistake. You must pick up this at least one, if not both, 100% possibilities we created. It's not by accident. Good, we didn't. Then it is a bit more difficult with every minute when you play against these deep sitting teams. And yeah, I think probably even you have other examples today out of another game. Probably there will be PSL teams who will tell you probably how difficult it is and not even qualified. We changed a little bit in the second half to use the corridors a bit better with a wide positioning of Bernhard and Kamar Billiard coming in after some weeks to have a bit more movement, a bit more mobility in the front. And good, in the end, we qualified for the next round, and we are waiting now, preparing ourselves for the next game on Saturday against Salzburg United. But it will be interesting to see the draw on Monday evening.
Play with the team, and just looking at how James took 6 months and Anthony comes in 3 weeks. Is there a difference perhaps in quality that you believe that you see in training? And then you speak about the draw on Monday. You're hoping for a Premiership side perhaps, or
No.
are you okay with an NFP?
No, let me go with the last. I think everybody should follow wishes from other decorated coaches. I don't have any. We take whatever is coming along. Secondly, of course, it's we have seen some different patterns, some different stuff from Anthony during this a bit longer. He came in more than 3 weeks, and good. It is in the moment now to know the combination, to know where to go, what to do, and it was just the first grab going into it, finding a little bit of an experience. Percentage-wise, I don't know actually. We have to be very sorted. What I think we can, we have the options in the midfield play with other players being available. We used him even in the centre back position during training sessions. Was quite impressive, positive too. We have to find out in the moment. I can't really make a absolute assessment. We see good touches. We see good understanding of quick on tight spaces to be part of the combination play. And yeah, good. Let's see.
Coach, congrats on the result. Coach, you're talking about especially in the first half, your team was a bit slow in maybe going into the other third. And is that maybe the reason why you decided to substitute Barkas, because he was playing a lot of back passes in the first half?
No, it's not. As we said, we with all forward movement, sometimes you know, passing is should always have an intention. For example, we had some crosses. There was no purpose. There was no intention. You flock it in, the ball come down like flying from Lufthansa. You can't do anything with it. Passing has always a purpose, and passing means you want to move the opponent. So that means in certain moment you pass even back using the goalkeeper as your player number 11 and hope that the opponent will come a little bit. You want to move the opponent with the passing in this direction, but they didn't. There was no movement. There was no movement to create behind the defensive line, and I understand it fully. It's not. I would do probably on the other side being responsible the same. We have discussed it in our media day 3-4 days before we went into this game. We know we have our in terms of the intensity, in terms of really coming into it when we have this 2-3 weeks break. We haven't played in the beginning of February, had to wait for 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, and that's always something what you don't like. Before a game, you always, as a coach, of course, you say no, it doesn't influence, but realistically, it is. It is difficult to come in, to have this competitive fitness, competitive, challenging motif to play a game. And good, we had our 90 minutes today. We played with a lot of core players, as I said before. And good, we work now towards the next game on Saturday.
With Manyama and linking up also with George as well, is this going to give you a bit of different dimensional options? Yes, you have been carrying with Lukovic and Castro, but maybe he's returning at the right time when you need him.
Yeah, also we are definitely very pleased about to have Kama back into it. That was our intention, taking him out on the 22nd of December and taking him out for a long time. Today is the 8th of February. You can now looking into it, and as you have seen, he's quick, he's fast, he has a good touch, he's sprinting 100%. But on the other side, being out for so long time, and that's following certain model. Don't overstretch it. Probably today 45 minutes, in the near future 60 minutes. And the combination, we had a lot of games against Sundowns and where we played with all three, plus Manyama, plus George. Also this is not where we want to limit ourselves, but you can do this only when each and everybody is on their best. And that is definitely something. It was his first competitive 45 minutes after a long time not involved. And yeah, so far what I have seen, I think is okay. Good.
Yeah, coach. Obviously the other player who came back, Kune. Obviously a very quiet night between the posts, but he did provide that long pass, and I think he was even under pressure. A typical Kune distribution that actually led to the goal. You've obviously got a pay on form and part of the first team, and he's been part of all these winning games. And then Kune coming back, and we do know he's got that distribution, and actually both keepers have good distribution, but Kune's distribution has always been a weapon for Chiefs. Just how do you juggle the two goalkeepers, two very good international goalkeepers, one for Nigeria, one for South Africa, especially given that you're now going into the final third challenging for the league?
Yeah, I hope that Bruce Mbuma, he has different quality. He's in a different area in terms of stopping, quick, fast on his legs. Therefore, let Edim too. That means basically we have three national team goalkeepers in our home. Ito will come back into the setup of the national team. Bafana is definitely his goal in the moment. Best. Don't think too much about it. The game was successful today. Now take a sleep. Tomorrow morning we train, and then we prepare ourselves for the things. We will chat it with the goalkeeping department. They have a very clear understanding what's possible. Let's wait and see. Actually, I don't want to make a decision now, and Daniel played in a league a very solid run of games, very qualified, kept us in the game very often. Therefore, in the moment, tendenziell, I would say probably Daniel next week, and if the cup competition is coming a week later, just to give you a little bit, if we want to go furthermore than only 2 or 3 days, there's another round coming on the 22nd or 23rd of February. So actually, I don't really. I need the quality inside, and I don't have a problem to make a selection with Itu or without Daniel. Not at all. We don't talk too much about it. We just make the decision, and that's it.
Coach, obviously in a cup competition, the primary objective is to get to the next round. But looking at what do you think of the team's performance in the league this year? Looking at how strongly had finished 2019?
You must help me there. I don't really. Probably it's late already, but I don't really understand. What are you talking? 2019?
What do you make of the team's performance in the league in 2020? And obviously, this is an isolated incident, and here in the cup, where it's about progressing to the next stage.
Really? Oh. I think we are doing well. Of course, I think there's always a possibility to improve. What must I say? I think you know the numbers. Q1, Q2, which position we had from the start till now. I think it's a team with confidence, and it's a team with good management quality. And I said it already before. Sometimes in certain moment you must be able to manage a game. And there's another team recently won the league with 12 times 1-0. Let's be very clear, and that's the quality of a team, that you're probably being able to perform, and that will come. We played against Royal Eagles today. Do you think? I hope teams will come here and play with 2-3 strikers forward, running, overlapping fullbacks, and so on. No. It will be similar. And then you have to be very clear structured, and that's what we're working on. That's what is very, very crucial comparing to last year, where we always were running into receiving a 1-0 and then all of a sudden finishing probably 1-1, or we lost even 1-0. And that's very, very crucial for us. It was one of our targets in our goal setting, really to say, okay, do it proper, do it adequate, what's requested, and this type of games will probably bring the result in the end of the season.
Yeah, a very critical position, coach, that you just mentioned now, Kune, Akbe, Uma, and the person behind the scenes, Coach Lee. Maybe a reaction on how he has handled that department from you.
What?
Coach Lee.
Yeah, Coach Lee Baxter.
Yeah.
He's handling back names, Dave Kune, Akbe, as well as
Yeah, gentlemen, ladies, we have two sports science, Jared and Tinnis. Excellent. They do what I can't sit here and say they are the best in wherever in terms of, sorry. I don't know the other guys. I can only say that regarding our interest, what we are talking about, following a certain model is very, very clear structured. These both guys are really working very satisfying in the moment. Kotso Moleka was the only one who is not available because of an injury. That tells you already a lot. Dealing with goalkeepers is another department. There is somebody responsible. That's very clear. Dealing with this department, comparing what happened last year, and I stick to it. If we would have this goalkeeping performance last year in January, beginning of February, it would have been a different season. There's no doubt about it. Last year, the goalkeeping department was absolutely not sorted in a way with the players who were getting this goalkeeper jersey at this time. But it's all part of really sorting out with the beginning of the season, changing strategically, going in what was not good, what was not adequate, and everybody is contributing in a very, very performance-related way. Sports science, goalkeeping, performance analyst, that's what it is. We still, there's no doubt about it, we still have a limited group of experts around, I think 5. Other teams have 15. I couldn't mention the name. But good, we have to work a little bit more. Our time it works. We are coming right. I don't know how long is it possible in the moment. I have 7 days, 10 hours. That's minimum in average. So, and now I was already on the phone looking into it. How can we analyze and start with looking into it? Maritzburg United, what we have seen yesterday evening, 4 or 5 players not involved, playing against Bidwest on Wednesday, going there, looking into it, how we can put ourselves into a certain direction. And that's how we are dealing with it. Never being satisfied just because you have a shit result, left or right. That's not interested. We are working, and everybody is contributing. It doesn't matter if it is a goalkeeper coach or the sports science.